So in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to get more client inquiries with 5-star Google reviews so that you can win more legal work, even in sensitive practice areas like family law, injury, or any other areas of law. Sounds good? Let's go. So straight into it, positive reviews aren't just nice to have, they're crucial for your law firm's visibility. And it's the lack of reviews that's keeping many Australian firms from achieving their full potential online. Yes, they act as a modern word of mouth recommendation, but more importantly, they decide if you appear here on Google Maps or not. So imagine this, your law firm has a handful of reviews, while your competitors boast hundreds. And regardless of your expertise and success in the courtroom, you just never show up in Google Maps, and your competitors would take all the work. And this scenario isn't just disappointing, it's a missed opportunity for growth. Why? Google, just like people, always prioritizes firms with more reviews. This is backed by data. Studies have shown that if you have more than 10 reviews, you get a boost. However, if you have less than 10, Google may actively suppress and may even prevent you from showing up in Google at all. And this would be such a shame if this happened to you, because Google Maps is the best place to drum up legal work. People in Google Maps are just one step away from engaging the first lawyer that they talk to. And if you're not in Google Maps, you're just missing out. So if you're wondering why your phone isn't ringing or why you're not getting any new inquiries, it's probably that you just don't have enough Google reviews. That is, in relation to the local law firm down the road. Tough, right? Now, let me ask you this. Does this sound familiar? So you just won a significant case for your client and they're over the moon with the outcome. Yet, when it comes to asking them for a review, there's radio silence. It's a common pain point for law firms. Your clients might be ecstatic with the service that you've provided, but due to the sensitive and private nature of their legal matter, they're just hesitant to share their experience online. And who can blame them? Additionally, the pain for asking for reviews and the awkward feelings that just come with this process can mean that you or your team avoids it altogether. And this reluctance or oversight leaves your firm in a precarious position online, especially against your competitors who've mastered the art of accumulating glowing reviews. Plus, maybe you just don't have the time to ask for reviews, or maybe you just rather focus on billing rather than begging. So if this resonates with you and you're not alone. I'll equip you with 8 options that you or your team can get more 5-star reviews so that you can finally beat that law firm down the road without having to step outside of your comfort zone or push your clients out of theirs. Sounds good? But first, why should you listen to me? Well, my name is Conrad Ayunon, and I've been doing legal marketing for more than a decade. I've been a general manager of a national law firm for 4 years, and you'll be getting exactly the same strategies that have helped generate over 4,000 5-star Google reviews for my current and previous clients. Note that I don't generate reviews for fun, but instead, I do it to get more legal work for the law firms that are under my care. I was also a consultant with the Queensland Police and Department of Veteran Affairs, among others, and now I do specialist marketing consulting where I help boutique law firms with their new client acquisition. Okay, so now onto the solutions and strategies, and I'll explain how each would work for you in your situation based on how I've helped other law firms in the past. But please remember that each solution is a part of a proven process that builds upon each other. So to get the best results, you'd really want to do them all. So let's get started. Strategy 1. Get a leave us a review sign. You'll want to go to Etsy and order a QR code display sign that says leave us a review. Going to cost around $30 to $50, which is amazing value. You've probably seen these at your doctor's or your favorite restaurant. You just need to make one up for you and place it prominently at your reception area or on your desk or by the door. And this really serves as a effective method to encourage satisfied clients to leave a review on their way out, making the most of their positive experience after you've just shared some fantastic news for them. However, while this is a great non-invasive solution, you're going to be limited to the clients who visit your office, and you'll be missing out from those whom you just serve online. And that's why I recommend adding strategy 2. Delegate to a team member to email your clients and make it a part of your closing process. For this, you'll want to find a team member, either a legal admin or a receptionist, to request reviews on your behalf and really make it part of your closing file process. And that's where, after we wrap up a case, have your team member email the client to see how they feel about your services. Something simple like, "Hi, John, congratulations on your successful outcome. So that we can improve our services, how did you feel about the professional service that lawyer X provided from one on a scale of 1 to 5? Now, note here that we want to focus on the professional service of the lawyer, as that's something that we can control. We don't want to focus on the outcome, as that's something that can be outside of our hands. Now, for those who gave us a 4 or 5-star review, we want to ask a tiny bit more from them. That's where we send up a follow-up email that says, "Thank you for your kind words. If you could share your experience about us on Google with this link here, it would mean the world to us." And the link that you would provide is a special link from Google that, when clicked, takes them directly to your Google Leave a Review page. And just in case you don't know how to get this link, because most people don't, you can grab it from your Google My Business profile by clicking on the Ask a Review button right here. And the link that you would need to send looks a little bit like this. And the reason why I really like this method is that it allows us to pre-vet whom we ask a review from, so that we don't open up a can of worms and we don't ask anyone who's frustrated with our service to leave a review, because really this is a big concern that my lawyer clients have with this process, and they just don't want to accidentally generate any 1-star reviews accidentally. And that's really why we have this pre-qualification and gating process to prevent that. Now, note that while this strategy sounds straightforward, consistency is key. We've noticed that sometimes the ball does get dropped after a month or two, because it's not that it's not important, but because everyone's just juggling so many balls. It's totally not your team member's fault for forgetting to do this. It's just one of those things that can slip through the cracks, which is exactly why we're having this chat right here. And that's why we need strategy number 3. Educate your team to make it part of your file opening process. So you might find it surprising, but a lot of us in the legal field, whether we're lawyers, legal admins, or other professionals, aren't fully aware of how critical Google Maps can be for attracting new clients to your law firm. And here's an interesting fact. Consistently getting those Google reviews is actually your golden ticket to showing up in Google Maps. So I'd like to propose a new approach to your team, and that's where Google Reviews serves with 3 purposes. 1, Google Reviews aren't just about looking good online and pulling in new clients, but 2, reviews are actually your strategy for appearing in Google Maps, where a lot of potential clients are looking. And 3, think of reviews as a feedback mechanism to improve your processes. So to do this, whenever you open up a new file, let new clients know that we'll be checking in once in a while throughout the course of the matter, just to see how we're doing. And at the end, they won't be surprised when you ask them for even more feedback. What you're doing is you're really preconditioning your clients that asking for feedback from them is a normal routine so that you have less resistance when it comes to ultimately asking for the review at the end. I'd even go as far as whenever you hire a brand new lawyer, you must explicitly tell them that collecting feedback and asking for reviews at the end of the file closing is a required action step and a part of their roles and responsibilities. And that's super important, which leads us to solution number 4, incentivizing your team. So I learned something valuable when I was the general manager of my law firm. Telling them what to do is one thing, but incentivizing them can really make a big difference. So here's what we did. We told our lawyers and file owners that for every 5-star review that was attributed to them, we'd give them a $50 bonus. And now I know that $50 might seem a bit steep. However, consider this. Having the most 5-star reviews in your area could be the deciding factor in landing a 6-figure retainer client or not. And just one new client could cover several years worth of 5-star review incentives. And beyond that, incentivizing your lawyers to hunt for reviews offers many times more value than any traditional marketing efforts like radio ads, billboards, or even bus signs. To me, it's just a no-brainer, as it has a direct impact to your bottom line and so many positive benefits to your new client acquisition efforts. But if you're still hesitant about the cost, remember that the reward doesn't have to be $50. It could be something as simple as a Starbucks coffee card or maybe a bottle of wine. But really, the main goal here is to promote outstanding service within your team by rewarding their hard work and dedication. With that being said, we've got strategy number 5. Use software and automate it. Now, this is the next level up. We use software to ask for the reviews for us. And this really removes the inconsistency, removes any of the awkward feelings. And if you think about how you hate doing your taxes and how you just don't like doing payroll or reconciling your books, and you know how all the aversion and all that inconsistency just went away as soon as you hired a bookkeeper or accountant. This works on that same principle. Now, for all of my new clients, we always do this first, and that's where I'm going to need a list of names and emails from your past happy clients. You've already impressed them, and now we just need to remind them to share the love, right? And here is where our magic comes in. We take that list and we feed it into our super smart software system that doesn't ask for the review once, but actually follows up 3 times. Because let's be honest, we all get busy. We sometimes forget to leave feedback, even when we've had the most fantastic experience from a professional service provider. Now, here is the clever part. Depending on how they rate your service, our system will take a different path. If your clients are over the moon and they give you 4 or 5 stars, bam, we'll nudge them to pop that review into Google Maps where everyone can see it. And if the review is, let's say, not so stellar, we still thank them for their honesty, but we don't push it to go public. So this strategy, it's golden. I've used it to help rack up over 3,000 5-star reviews for my other clients. So here is a sample of the emails that we typically send out with this campaign. We're fully capable of tailoring it to meet your specific needs. So these emails are dispatched from an independent lawyer review website, which I own and control. And we do this so that it ensures a swift process that remains distinct and separate from your current email setup. What that means is that this approach means that there's absolutely no requirement for us to access your email. There's no need for us to navigate through your email system. All we need is that list of satisfied clients for the past year or two, And if you can't manage that, at least the last 6 months. So, with that being said, while this is a great system, what makes this system even more powerful is by adding automated review requests into your business process. And that's where we ask recent clients, not past clients, recent clients. So here's a simple change that you'll need to make after you wrap up a case successfully and you're sending out that closing letter. You just need to take a moment to fill out this quick form, which I'll provide. You or your legal admin can do it. It's super easy. It'll only take a second. And what happens next after filling out this form is super cool. As soon as you fill out that form, our system will spring into action again and send out an email to your client asking them to share about their recent experience. Again, if they're over the moon and happy, we nudge them to leave a review online. However, if the feedback is not glowing, those will stay private, allowing you to manage your reputation without having to air every piece of negative feedback publicly. You can think about this system as setting your reputation to glow on autopilot while you keep full control. And here is a email that we send out to recent clients and those who have settled within the last 2 weeks. So it includes a minor yet significant modification. Specifically, we use the phrase as a recent client of ours to address them directly. And it's really the subtle change that enhances the personal touch of the message, which allows us to talk about the next solution, and that's solution 7, where we ask friends, families, or colleagues, or any other lines of businesses for reviews. Now, as a last resort or strong action, only when necessary, especially in highly competitive practice areas like personal injury or heavily saturated areas like Sydney, Melbourne, or Brisbane, is to ask our clients to reach out to their friends, colleagues, vendors, or others that they helped in the past for a review. Why? Because the review doesn't have to be about the specific practice area or legal service that you're providing today. It's more about having others vouch about you being a solid professional. For example, let's say in a past life before you owned a law firm, you did consulting, coaching, teaching, or some other professional service in an industry that isn't law. Asking those people whom you've helped in the past for review is perfectly fair game. So now you might be thinking, hold on, is this really okay? Well, here's the deal. In cutthroat areas like Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, this is pretty standard fare. Why? To keep up and not let you down, sometimes we have to play the game a little bit more aggressively. Don't take my word for it. Now, take a sneak peek at your local competitors' reviews. There's a very good chance that you'll spot a couple of reviews that seem like they've given themselves a bit of a pat on the back. Sounds like they've got a review from their mom or a cousin, or it just sounds a little bit unprofessional or lacking in context, or yeah, just looks suspicious. Uh, they might be doing the same thing. Now, I'm not saying that we should ever write our own reviews. That is a no-go for us. But nudging folks that we've worked with in the past for a legit review, yeah, that's perfectly fair game. Also, as a quick warning, you might come across offers in your Facebook Messenger, email, or other platforms from people selling 5-star reviews for cheap. My advice, you got to steer clear from these. Buying reviews is not just illegal and unethical, it's also a shortcut that can backfire. Google is getting really sharp at spotting fake reviews that have been paid for, and if they catch on, they won't just remove those reviews, but they could also penalize your Google Business Profile listing, or even suspend it, or worst case, just delete it. So really, it's simply not worth the risk for you to go out and purchase reviews. Yeah, never purchase reviews. Just follow the 7 steps that I've mentioned in the past. Really does work. So, which brings us to the final solution, solution 8, make it a firm KPI. So to really make this part of your business, Make the number of reviews that you generate a practice-wide key performance indicator. It would be something that you and your leadership team would look at every single month and then discuss how many five-star reviews did we get? Is our legal team following the process of doing the service check-ins and collecting reviews or not? And why would you need to do this? Looking at the number will help you keep reviews top of mind and will help you not slow down in asking your clients for more reviews. With that in mind, the summary. So those are all the strategies and solutions. And if you implement them all, you'll be able to picture this. Your law firm prominently displayed at the top of Google Maps, phones ringing with new cases, and a steady stream of clients grateful to have found the best legal representation in their area. That's the power of Google reviews, kickstarting a positive upward cycle of success. So, in closing, congratulations on taking the first step towards transforming your online presence. By implementing these strategies, you're not only positioning your firm to receive the recognition it deserves, but also unlocking a powerful channel for new client acquisition. And remember, if you're looking for a partner to take in the reins and drive this change, click below. It'll take you to a calendar to book a call where, well, we'll see if we're a good fit. And if so, I'd love to work with you. Because I'm telling you, accumulating glowing five-star reviews is one of the best things that you can help your law firm grow online, predictably and profitably. Hit the link below, and hopefully I'll see you there.